I've said and I've done some horrible things in my lifetime. And you know what? You have too. Let's start the show.
As we proceed to give you what you need, welcome to The Breakdown with Oso and Ace. We are your hosts. I am the unimitatable, slightly relatable, yet oh so dateable, the one and only Ace One, my partner in crime, down to ride with a comment that snide, the dastardly deacon of dissent, DJ Oh So Fresh.
I'm here to tell you that Bryant Gumbel did not have it this good. Gene Pauley did not have it this good. It is the commentator of all commentators. I am Oh So Fresh. This is my man right here.
Ace One.
Ace One. We are on Numbers FM from time to time. So if you want to drop a dime and tell them that we are actually on and live and really
week after week,
please be very explicit about the eargasms that happened when you were listening to the show.
We'd appreciate it.
If you need to bring evidence, bring a tissue. I mean, I don't know what eargasm smells like, but FCC says this should be okay. Now, I want to be your number one, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the top 10 rappers as noted by Mr. Snoop Dogg. Yes, Snoop Dogg, his favorite rappers. And you'd be surprised who's on the list and who's not on the list. Now, our boy Jerry Curl Juice Lou Williams, he got off the plantation and got caught. I'm surprised they ain't cut his foot off. Or I can't talk like that. That's too reckless right now. That's just too reckless.
Wow.
Did you know that Harriet Tubman freed the slaves and then and then sold them to somebody else to be slaves?
Wow. Yeah.
All right. It's Kanye right here.
We got this kind of show going on.
But of course we're going to talk about us. What is up, my man Ace?
You know, honestly, right now I gotta say that there's the Umbrella Academy season 2 on Netflix. That's a pretty dope show. I'm liking that. Like the first 3 episodes already, like the writing, the comedy, the whole scenario, like everything is better than the entire first season.
Hold on. That's later in the show. Oh, this is just the tease. I haven't told them how you get in touch.
I'm just saying.
And I'm just holding you back. I'm holding you back.
I gotta get into it.
You know, Mike Tyson's about to fight. I gotta hold you back. I gotta hold you back. No, I want you to get in touch and tell him that he sucks. It's 971-209-2069. If you tell me that I suck, I'll tell you the 2 places. I'll tell you the 2 places I do, but you better be a lady. So it's 971-209-2069. OsoandAce.com.
At Oso and Ace on Instagram and Twitter. And honestly, we just broke the 100 follower mark on Instagram. So definitely loving that. Big shout out.
Get some applause.
Props to everyone for supporting us and following. Appreciate that. We've got I think approximately like 200 downloads of the show so far. So we're getting there. We're making moves.
You know, it's when you get to 100 on Instagram, that can't just be your baby mamas. I mean, you'd have to be a serious Johnny Appleseed to have 100 of them around. And I don't even know what child support looked like for you. Hopefully you did it in 50 different states so they can't get you all at once.
Good Lord.
Anyway, hey, you just want to
On the road to 500 is what we're talking about and beyond. Yes.
You want 500 baby mamas?
No. See, why you always got to go there? No. I'm talking about followers, Instagram. We're trying to build this.
Where do I have to go?
Upwards from 500. We're trying to get to 5,000.
Okay, you say I always got to go there. I always got to go what? Talk about ladies and genitalia?
Baby mamas.
And baby mamas. Yes.
All that crazy stuff.
Let me tell you something. I do that for the show. I have a daughter's mom. I don't have a baby mama. When I conceived a child, I have a daughter's mom. If for me to refer to my daughter's mom by some hood rattle term like baby's mama, but I'm talking about you. Oh yeah, you got a baby mama. Here, take an explosion and shut up. Now here we go.
Oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
So something came to me. You know, while I'm sitting there pondering my life, because my life is sometimes interesting, sometimes it's not. But while I'm sitting there, I'm up enjoying a cool adult beverage and listening to the sounds of the Gap Band, and I figure out that, have you ever heard the song Oops Upside Your Head?
Indeed, it's classic.
There's a line in that song that says, just because you say that you don't want to dance doesn't mean that you don't want to. Well, let me tell you, Mr. Charlie Wilson and any of the writers that were included in that song, in the Me Too era, that's not okay.
It's inappropriate.
That is not okay. You
Highly
cannot
inappropriate.
you cannot act like that towards women. And, I do like to make a sly comment. I do like to stare at her booty too long when it passes by. But if she says she does not want to dance, it means that she really does not want to. So
yeah, there's no pulling girls by the wrist on the dance floor anymore.
No, you get pepper spray.
So
I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, Charlie Wilson, because I know you're on tour somewhere.
Uncle Charlie.
And because I'm black, I love you. I have to. It's just it's like on the back.
It's a requirement.
It's on the back of my birth certificate that I must love Charlie Wilson. So everything is outstanding. But if you try and ask a girl to dance and she don't want to, keep it pushing, brother. She's probably trying to push up on somebody else. Just to let you know.
Either that or she doesn't like your skills on the floor. Just take it as it is.
Oh, this is old Breakdan Johnson over here.
Nah, I'm just saying. Hey, your girl chose me. Don't hate.
It's funny. I can't dance. I seen this man out dance a woman. This man danced so hard, the woman just. You look, everybody got partners like that. You got that partner that go out there and he be just gigging so hard that the woman just give up.
When the music hits, the music hits. Sometimes it just bees that way.
I done seen this man dance himself out of some action. He danced so good, the action ran away. She's like, if you work your hips like that, I'm gonna need a hip replacement.
Hey, we'll just get a wheelchair for for the short term. It's all good. It's all good. I promise you.
We sitting here August, partner, right?
Yes.
It's August.
Yes.
It's hot.
Yes.
Hey, I just want to let you know that I will not be buying AC. I know this is all about me and what's going on in my observations and such, but I'm gonna let you know, if you live in Portland. Now, I live in the part of Portland where there's no graffiti. We just want to make note of that. Where there is justice and no graffiti. How about that? Oh, bomb on them.
Knew that one was coming.
I'm too cheap to buy AC. What do you think?
I think that's a definite possibility, yeah.
That I'm too cheap to buy AC?
Yep.
So what do you think?
I think you're too cheap to buy AC. I got no problem with it. It's your house.
Okay, so when I say what do you think, you should say if you're pro or against me having AC. No, I've stated that I am too cheap. They know that. You know that. I said it 3 times. You know I'm too cheap. So should I get AC or not? I ain't posing you that question.
I don't care if you have AC in your house. I just know I got to stay near a window when I come visit.
All right. See, that's why we can't get ahead.
That has nothing to do with it.
I initiated this conversation with my brother.
I am not going to get in your pockets and say you need to get AC if you don't want AC. If you don't want it, don't get it.
So if you ask me the exact same question, I'd be like, well, dang, you know what? Your house does get that hot. You probably should get some AC. Or nah, brother, you just get some Lipton tea and chill out.
Get some iced tea and be cool.
I tell you one or another. I'll be like, yeah. I mean, because I was coming to you for advice.
You were not coming.
I was.
You weren't coming for advice. Please.
It ain't the first time you let a black man down.
What?
I'm just saying.
You were not coming to me for advice. Don't even try and play that.
Oh man, yeah. My life didn't matter at that point.
Well, wow.
Oh, yeah.
No, your cool house doesn't matter at that point, because if you don't want to pay for it, you ain't going to pay for it. I'm not buying your AC.
I'm saying my life don't matter.
You already coming to me for a hookup on your phone bill that I can't give you. I'm not paying for your AC. Nah, that's up to you, my friend.
You can't give me the hookup, man.
Nah.
You was a woman, I would have dropped you like a bad habit a long time ago. You can't hook me on my phone bill. I had a girl that worked at AT&T. I had unlimited text, and extra night and weekend minutes. It was old school, but it's cool. You remember that? You remember when you had to get off the phone you had to wait till 6 o'clock to use your phone? And if you had
some of them will.
If you had Sprint, they would cut off your phone until the free time came up. You go over your minutes. Oh!
I would say this is our 180s reference, but this is probably more like late 90s.
No, it's early 2000s.
Early 2000s. All right. Still, some of y'all won't know because you just didn't live there, but it's all good.
Anyway, why don't you just talk about you? I just talk about you. I think this is the part of the show where there's a window behind this. I'm just gonna look out the window. Just talk about you.
So anyway, like I was saying about the Netflix shows, like the Umbrella Academy, if you saw the first season, it was really, really good. The second season already starts off better. I'm trying to make sure I don't, catch any spoilers or anything like that. But it's a really, really good show, and I am enjoying it in the few times that
Mary
I
J.
have
Blige
to
is
go
on
ahead.
there.
She is supposed to be, yes. Again, trying not to get into the spoilers. She was in the first season. I'm not certain yet if she's coming in the second.
Real love.
We're dropping all the 411, man. Cool, calm down. Calm down.
We'll learn how to give a recap. I mean, shit, is Mary J. Blige on there or not?
In the first season, yeah. I don't know about the second one yet.
I thought you
because
watched...
of some things that had happened, so I don't know if she's in the second season yet.
Well,
I'm still watching the show, man.
Well, come back and tell me if Mary J. Blige is on there or not, and I'll watch. If Mary J. Blige isn't on there, I don't want nothing to do with it.
All right, bet. I'll binge it. And then next week I can let y'all know and let him know.
Because if the Blige ain't on there, that show is for suckers. Anyway, what else you got?
Whatever. All right, so real talk, and it's funny, but it's not funny whenever something like this happens to you. My store got broken into last week, and they actually got us for a couple of phones, a couple of iPads, and unfortunately it's all my fault because I messed up big time. Thankfully I'm still employed though, so yeah, it was one of those. So I
see, Black Lives Matter, they didn't fire you. They didn't fire your raggedy butt.
This was Murphy's Law coming to bite me in my right butt cheek with a vengeance.
Something gets stolen, they always look at the black guy. They used to look at the butler back in the day. Now they look at the
and the butler was the black guy most times. So
no, the butler was the killer. Somebody stole something, it was the black guy. Well, if you go by old stereotypes, somebody fell asleep on the job, be the essay. And then somebody had hairy armpits, it'd be the French chick.
either French or Greek. Okay, but like, so to give you guys the full picture, I do kind of rewind it a little bit. So every night we're supposed to go ahead and put away all the live demos, right? Now, I had been working by myself for like 10 days in a row. Was like just frazzled, complete brain fart. It was the one night literally that I had left all of the devices out on the sales floor, closed up, left, done. Early the next morning, apparently somebody came and busted open the door, and he and his partner rolled in and tried to yank some of the phones off the table. And like I said, they got away with 2 iPads and 2 of the phones, glass everywhere, tore up the tables, like it was just a mess. And literally just like the one time, like Murphy's Law, big time.
And you're the boss, so you gotta clean all that up?
Yes, I did, unfortunately. Yeah, I just about killed our vacuum trying to get all that glass up off the floor because it was nuts.
That would suck being the boss when like something like that happens. Because when I just work there, oops, somebody broke in. Hey, let me know when we're open. Especially if it was cold. Somebody broke a window and it was cold. Man,
they were actually on top of it. They had somebody out there within like an hour and a half to go ahead and board up the doors. Yeah. So I mean that was cool. But yeah, if
it been cold, see, my people hail from tropical climates.
Yes, we would not have done
I will not be cold up any place.
No.
That's a
hence
total
why I'm not worried about your AC.
Why? Oh, you. See, I thought you was looking out for me. Wow, he actually had a joke. Let me give him an explosion. You see, I'm so amazed. That's a good job.
Oh wow,
that's a good job. That's a good job. Wait, you don't like me? You don't like me until you're doing a good job?
It has nothing to do with it.
So I want to just take a moment and give a shout out to one of my favorite NBA brothers. His name is Lou Williams. I've never met a man named Lou that I trust in my entire life. If you are a trustable Lou, hey, hit us up. It's 971-209-2069. If you are a trustable Lou and you disagree with what I say, hey, if you're watching the video, watch my finger and come talk to me, Lou. That's what we were talking about. So Lou Williams, who had a death in his family.
Yep.
I mean, rest in peace to whoever he lost. I don't remember which family member it was.
It was the death of a family friend. It wasn't even like his family member. So that's the thing.
The death of a family friend.
It's still close.
Hey man,
still an issue.
Still, he still had to get. He had to leave the NBA bubble.
Right.
Now I have to say that about the NBA bubble. You guys took over Disney World. I can't even afford to go to Disney World.
They took over the entire sports complex.
I'm just saying, how ironic is that, Lou? So while Lou was out, was the funeral. It was in Atlanta, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So while Lou was out, Lou said, "Hey, I'm gonna partake in some of the fruits of being in Atlanta, being in the fine ATL. I will partake." And he went to Magic City.
Yes, indeed.
The Magic City.
The
I've
one and
never
only.
been to Atlanta, and I know what Magic City is. Isn't that a shame? Well, he decides to go to Magic City and pop up on the gram. And his homeboys is gonna lie for him and say, "Oh, that was from a while back." But no, some stripper, I don't know her name. We'll just assume her name is Champagne. That's a great stripper name.
Champagne. Divine.
Champagne said, "No, I was rubbing my tender vittles all over him." She said I had Lou lubed up.
The story I think initially broke. He was in he took a selfie with forget the rapper's name, but there was a rapper who was there.
Don't trust rappers.
Well, that picture got posted on Instagram, and that was when like his friends tried to say, "Oh no, that was from a while ago." But Lou was wearing the mask from the NBA bubble, so they knew that was a current picture because he still had the mask on that they had given everyone in the bubble. So yeah.
Don't they pay you enough, Lou?
He just got caught.
Hey,
lying.
don't they pay you enough? So I heard the way things play out with him being quarantined back in. He had to miss one game.
Yes, one or two, but yeah.
It equated to about $90,000 that he missed out on.
I can't even imagine.
Lou, do you know I would go on a hunger strike for 30 days to make $90,000?
There is no stripper in this world worth $90,000.
So, see, now during the hunger strike, I might want to go check out some strippers. Just saying. You can't take it all from me. You can't.
But you don't have the 90,000 yet. So what you gonna do with the strippers?
You know what? Strippers will take IOUs. Hey, you know what? Because if they were good at finance, they'd be bankers, not strippers. But you're telling me.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love this part.
He was trying to justify it.
Right. Well, so yeah, basically, he's from either from Atlanta or from like the surrounding area around Atlanta.
Okay.
And that is his favorite restaurant. There's even like the wings are supposed to be out of this world. Like the food is really, really supposed to be amazing.
Okay.
And he's saying that he went there for dinner because that is his favorite restaurant. He even has a meal that's named after him. And that was the only reason why he went. Of course, that was before this stripper said that she was doing what she was doing. But yeah, supposedly after the funeral, there were a bunch of them that had gone to Magic City for dinner. And that was the only reason why he was there.
And I can understand.
That was his story.
I can understand going to a gentleman's club for dinner, but you're in the NBA. You're supposed to be in the bubble. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, really. Try harder.
Mask or no mask? Like,
try harder. I mean, this is the 3-time sixth man of the year.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, 3-time sixth man of the year, and you can't keep your third leg in place. I don't know numbers. Maybe like you know numbers because you're richer than me, so you deal with bigger numbers than me. But third leg, put it down till you win a championship.
$90,000. How about them numbers?
You can't blame it on Chris Paul's hamstring this year.
Wow.
I mean, you got Dookie Bray Johnson, and then you got Paul. Man, glad your leg is better, George. That's not wrong, is it? I mean, his leg is better.
His leg is better, yes. And he was balling out against the Lakers. They still lost.
See, but didn't you say Tracy McGrady tried to come in on this?
He did, yeah. You're gonna love this part. So, just when I was watching some of the sportscasters talk about it, and Tracy McGrady, his point was that it shouldn't have mattered where he went, because he was basically going to be doing the same amount of quarantine and having to miss the same amount of games if he had gone to the grocery store and done this, or if he had gone to the strip club. Like, either way, it would have been the same result. So why does the NBA care where he went?
Let me tell you, Mr. McGrady, it's about optics.
Definitely.
You guys, I mean, Black Lives Matter, that's what you got. You guys got whatever you wanted on the stadium, on the court. You know what? At least keep it in line. You don't even represent me well. Are we the same race, brother? Anyway, but.
Well, and like you said, they took over the whole sports complex. So they have like a barber. There's a store. It's like a whole little community there.
It's basically like playing NBA 2K.
Yes, yeah, very much so.
But I will tell you, Tracy McGrady, I don't agree with your reasoning, and You know, I'm gonna save this diss for another time because in prep I was prepping to really dish you because you really disgusted me with what you said.
Hard, yes.
But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna.
We need to get into this.
I'm gonna move things along.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move things along.
Yeah.
So, my favorite rapper of all time, which he is not, but Mr. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop D-O-double-G.
He has come out with a top 10 list of rappers, his favorite of all time. So let's go through, and it's kind of in an old school sense. I mean, a lot of these guys, as I dated it down, most of these guys are like pre-86, 87 on starting their career. So we go Slick Rick, Ice Cube, LL Cool J, KRS-One, Run DMC from DMC, Run from Run DMC, D from DMC, Big Daddy Kane, Ice-T, and Too Short.
And Rakim.
Yes. First thing I want to do, I want to criticize off this list. Let's just start crossing people out. Ice-T, he is good at finding child molesters, but he is not good at finding a beat. Let me just put that on your body count, buddy. There we go.
6 in the Morning was a good song, but yeah.
6 in the Morning, and then everybody else I think I'm pretty cool with.
I don't know about Slick Rick. I don't know about Slick Rick being on top 10. Like, that was perfect timing right there. I don't know about Slick Rick.
The thing is with Slick Rick, I don't know. Slick Rick had that album. I like that album.
That's the thing. That first album, yes.
You know what Slick Rick is famous for? Making the beat for This Is How We Do It. That's where Slick Rick gets his money from. Every time you hear the Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It, Slick Rick gets paid. So that does make him one of the greatest rappers ever.
that is a joint that's going to get everybody on the dance floor, no matter who you are.
So when it comes to Ice Cube, I think Ice Cube, probably one of the greatest rappers ever. He had it in his era. Mm-hmm. Now, everything before The Predator. After The Predator, nothing.
Yeah,
you get nada. Doughboy, you got them fat checks and you got out of whack. KRS-One, I do love KRS-One.
Yep.
LL Cool J, every other album LL Cool J's pretty dope. Just saying.
Yes.
Because Walking with the Panther, 14 Shots to the Dome. Let's not list off the bad albums you got, LL Cool J. But when you were good, you were good, my dude. You were just good.
Yeah, he was definitely on fire. So, and one of the longest ones in the game too.
KRS-One, I'm good with KRS-One.
Just off top.
I was getting good with him. The whole Run DMC, I'm good with them. Big Daddy Kane, I'm good. Ice-T, already mentioned. Too Short, I'm one of the best ever. You know, anybody who's one of the most innovative people when it comes to their flow, Too Short. Yeah. I mean, he didn't have to rap fast or nothing, but Too Short got flows for you. And he taught me how to really use the B word very effectively and describe sex with words that rhyme. Just saying.
So growing up in Los Angeles, because he was huge in the Bay Area before just exploding all across the country. So I was never really like a huge Too Short fan. However, I definitely do have to respect what he did with words, his lyricism, his wordplay,
Why weren't you a Too Short fan?
I just was never really a fan of his music.
You didn't like his content?
Nah, I mean, wouldn't that? No, because it wasn't even. I mean, there were other people that would talk about that. I just like I could appreciate how he rode the beat. But I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan.
So when it comes to this, I want to talk about who's missing off the list. I mean, because let's turn off the music and let's get real. Let me blow up with a bomb real quick. The person that's missing off this list is one of the greatest rappers of all time, and you might not know much about this guy. Let's think of albums.
He's kind of in the shadows.
Let's think of albums that he wrote on. Let's go for. He wrote for NWA. Mm-hmm. He wrote for Dr. Dre by himself. Mm-hmm. He wrote for Snoop Dogg. Mm-hmm. And he's written for many others. And
I think he wrote for Cube as well, or at least like co-wrote some of this stuff with Cube too.
He really helped NWA.
Well, no, but I mean like even after Cube left.
I don't know about that. Right. You're complicating the story. Man, do not mess up the timeline. Now, train of thought derailed. Do I have a train of thought button? No. All right, so this man, dang, you make a segment longer than it gotta be. This man, I was gonna say it's the DLC. He did not co-write for Ice Cube because they weren't in the same camp. They weren't cool. Just saying that. When Ice Cube left, no, because you remember the Benedict Arnold skits? DLC was talking real bad about Ice Cube.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That is true.
Hey, but Ice Cube never dissed him. Anyway, now I'm way off into hip hop folklore, but I want to talk about a couple of the rappers that are missing. Now, you had a rapper that you said was missing, and I almost fell off my chair laughing at you.
You thoroughly disagree, yes, because I personally would put Will Smith in that top 10.
Oh man,
Will Smith and Heavy D are the two standouts that I think are missing.
No. Go ahead and state your case for Will Smith. I really, I'm gonna stand up and just sit here and cross my arms.
Are you gonna stand or are you gonna sit?
No, you know what? Don't get caught up on the.
I'm just
I like it. I like it when Dude Can't Clown tries to pick up on the little bits of crumbs I leave for him. Anyway,
okay.
No, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to lean against the wall and hear your argument about why Will Smith deserves to be on the top 10 list.
Very similar to a lot of these artists on here. He has the resume in terms of the hit records. Yes, there have been falters, but same thing with LL Cool J. Every other record was not great. All of Will Smith's records are not great. I do like his lyricism. I do like him with the Fresh Prince and like what we were talking about, Big Willie style. Like that album has some serious joints on it. The fact that he had the lyricism, the lyrical ability to go ahead and tell stories that basically were relatable to anyone, and they were hits. Like, Summertime will still to this day get people on the dance floor. That's like the Black Barbecue anthem. You know what I mean? Like,
no, that was Before I Let Go by Frankie Beverly and Maze. Thank you very much. I'm messing. I don't know. How black are you?
Well, no, it depends on how old are you, honestly, because I can see that as an old head barbecue, yes, for sure. And, honestly, I'll sing that one too.
Everybody just electric slide to that.
Man.
Where you at?
We can get it.
We just going to, I'm not going to talk about the late, great Heavy D. He does not deserve to be on this list either. But let me tell you.
Snoop said this was his list. That would be mine. That's all I'm saying.
Make some room for a rebuttal, sir.
Go for it.
So as it goes, Will Smith is a marginal rapper. Does he deserve to be on this list? Has he made entertaining music? Yes, he has. The Big Bang Theory was entertaining at times, but do you think I'm going to put it on some greatest list? No. Will Smith is a marginal at best rapper, and he's in his best days, his rhymes were written by committee, which I don't hold against you, but I know how the process works. Because Big Willie's style was totally different from what you did with Jazzy Jeff. I mean, really, Parents Just Understand is one of my favorite songs of all time, but I will tell you, the rapping is subpar. Nightmare on My Street, the rapping is subpar. Boom Boom Shake the Room, the rapping is subpar. I don't know what they did on Summertime, like they slowed down the tape to make you sound like you actually fit into the beat. Because man, that 1980s flow was real, sticking with you real hard till Big Willie style came out. I just want to say that so I could just really stick my foot in the behind of anybody that thinks Will Smith should be on any top 10 rapping list. Top 10 dudes to wear Air Jordans and fluorescent colors, number 1. Hey, top 10 dudes to do the Carlton dance, because I did see him do an imitation of on the show on number 1. Top 10 dudes to have his wife getting ran up in by August Azalea, number 1. You win, Will Smith. Wow. And don't you be crying on my internet no more, fool.
His crying face and Jordan's crying face.
You know what, Will? I'm running out of time. I'm sorry I had to be just so ill, but this dude just set me up to be really nasty to you, Will. I mean, really, if you want to take the time to find me, you can hit me up at 971-209-2069. Nothing against you, Will. It's also at ace.com. 100 people deep.
Comment on the gram at Oso and Ace. Also on Twitter, Facebook. It's The Breakdown with Oso and Ace. Definitely hit us up, osoandace@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. Who's in your top 10? Who did we get wrong? Who did he get wrong? Who did Snoop get wrong? Tell us. Let us know. Drop us a line. We out?
We out.
Anything else?
That's it.